1993 Philadelphia Eagles began their season on the fast track to championship contention. They sprinted out of the starting blocks, racing to 4 straight victories. Spectacular, come-from-behind victories. Through the season's first 4 games, no story was more compelling than the one being written by the Philadelphia Eagles. But this season of promise soon became a season of pain. Injuries, debilitating injuries, derailed the Eagle Express.
You can't fall into the trap of feeling sorry for yourself. Why me? I don't understand. This could have been a heck of a year.
1993 was a heck of a year. The Eagles never stopped battling. They overcame a series of injuries as crippling as any team has faced in recent memory. They won 4 of their final 6 games, including their last 3. In 1993, the Eagles showed the character and resilience that champions are made of.
We're in the house. We're in the house.
Opening day at Veterans Stadium, and a familiar sight, Randall Cunningham making something happen with his legs. There would also be something new to see on this September Sunday in South Philadelphia. A rookie free agent running back named Vaughn Hebron.
At the 30, at the 25, at the 15, cuts back at the 10, on his feet at the 5. Vaughn Hebron! He's making people miss left and right. Cunningham to Hebron, off right tackle, up the middle, touchdown! Vaughn Hebron!
The Eagles' 23-17 win over the Cardinals was a mere prelude to what would follow over the course of the next month. In Green Bay, the Eagles fell behind 17-7. It was against the Packers that this team first displayed the character and will that would become its signature. In the fourth quarter, the Eagles grabbed hold of victory.
Cunningham back. He is rolling. White misses him. Cunningham is going deep down the far side for Victor Bailey, who leaps and has it for a touchdown! Cunningham to Victor Bailey! The game on the line, 8 seconds to go. The kick is away. It's gone!
With 5 seconds remaining, the comeback was complete. One week later, the Eagles again fell behind early. Against the Redskins, they would have to fight back again, and again, and yet again.
Cunningham on first down goes back, fires over the middle. He's going to go! Calvin Williams with a 80-yard touchdown! And just that quickly, the Eagles are back in it.
The Redskins opened up a 21-10 lead at the start of the third quarter. In a game that would ultimately produce 65 total points, the Eagles' defense began to assert itself in the second half.
Eagles take pressure on Conklin, who wants to throw. He's under a rush. He fires. It's intercepted by Allen. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Eric Allen.
All-Pro Eric Allen's third-quarter interception kept the Eagles within striking distance. And midway through the fourth period, Philadelphia would come all the way back.
Just like that, the Redskins take the lead. How to take the wind out of your sails.
The Eagles trailed 31-24. The stage was set for 8 of the most compelling minutes in Philadelphia football history.
Rolls right. He has time. He punts. He's going
Eagles would need a touchdown to win. The offense would get the ball with less than 2 minutes remaining. The game would be in the hands of Randall Cunningham.
Cunningham back again. He's looking. He's firing. Caught by Calvin Williams and takes it at the Redskins 40. A minute and 5, a minute and 4. The field goal is of no use. Cunningham is back. He's looking. He puts it in the air. Diving reception by Calvin Williams at the 10. The Birds are alive. Cunningham is back. He's looking. He's looking. He's pumping. He fires. Caught. Touchdown. Calvin Williams. Third touchdown catch of the day. 4 seconds left. And this place is going crazy. It's going crazy. What a comeback with 4 seconds left. And it appears that the Eagles have pulled it off again.
That was the best I've seen Randall Cunningham. I mean, he said, hey, they're trying to signal in plays, the clock's running, get down, we're running, 19, 16, 14 in. I mean, it was just unbelievable. This is the stuff that legends are made on, 80-yard drives with 2 minutes to go. It's the stuff that, stories are written about later on.
3 games into the 1993 season, Randall Cunningham had again taken his place as one of the NFL's shining lights. But Randall's brilliant beginning was extinguished at the Meadowlands.
Randall's hurt. Randall's hurt.
A fractured fibula would end Cunningham's season. The Eagles were now Bubby Brister's team. And against the Jets, Brister rallied Philadelphia from a 21-7 second quarter deficit.
Brister back, under a rush, fires the pass, complete to Bavaro, leaps over man, he's into the end zone, touchdown, Mark Bavaro! He got it!
Johnny Mitchell caught the pass, 5 Eagles overran him, then down the field, Wes Hopkins had a shot to make a tackle, he missed him, and Eric Allen missed him at the 4, and the Jets come up big, and the Eagles are back in a hole.
For the 3rd game in a row, the Eagles were playing from behind. And for the 3rd game in a row, they were showing the character of a champion.
Pitch goes to Hebron, off left tackle, he's in! Vaughn Hebron cut back and ran in for the touchdown, and the Eagles can tie him with an extra point.
The Eagles would have to come from behind one more time. The man of this moment would be Eric Allen.
Esiason playing. He's back. He's firing. Intercepted by Allen. Eric Allen down the far sideline. He's going to go! Eric Allen! Eric Allen with the miraculous return of an interception. And the Eagles take the lead.
One more big defensive play would be needed. On 4th down, with 28 seconds remaining, Byron Evans delivered the victory.
He's looking. He's going to try to run, and he is banked out of bounds, and he won't get the first down. And the Eagles are going to win this game.
The Eagles were 4-0. They were the most exciting team in the National Football League. But it would not take long for the hard realities of NFL life to hit home. Randall Cunningham was finished for the season. So was Fred Barnett. And 2 weeks later against the Giants, Bubby Brister went down. For the 2nd time in 3 years, the Eagles were forced to use a number 3 quarterback for an extended number of games. Predictably, there was a drop-off in overall production, but there was never a decline in effort. That was especially evident against the Dallas Cowboys on a rainy October afternoon at Veterans Stadium. One fourth-quarter play burned the Eagles. 2 weeks later, the winning touchdown was only 5 yards away.
Bryant back again. He lets it fly. It's dropped at the 5-yard line.
The Eagles would lose 6 consecutive games. In every one, they had a very real chance to win in the fourth quarter. But the 1993 Eagles never took a step backward. They always looked ahead. It was a very simple belief fostered by head coach Rich Kotite. You get beat, you move on.
He's a fighter. Like he's told us all throughout the season, you know, everybody in this room at one time or another has gotten their ass kicked, and you know that's true. If you haven't got your ass kicked by this point, then something's not right. You're not playing the game right.
We had our chances to fold up our tents and say, hell with it. You know, 94 will be better. You know, we won't have the injuries. We'll get Randall back. But that's not the way this team is. It's not the way Rich would have let it happen.
In Washington, almost 2 months since their last victory, the Eagles turned in a performance that in many ways embodied the heart and soul of this team. When Vaughn Hebron scored, the Eagles led 10-0. But the Redskins, with 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, went ahead 14-10. With the specter of 6 consecutive losses haunting them, the Eagles, fortified by the return of Brister, forged a 75-yard drive that featured the receiving of Calvin Williams and the running of Vaughn Hebron. With 46 seconds remaining, victory belonged to the Eagles. The NFL season is unlike any other professional sports season. It consists of only 16 games. Each game takes on an added importance, a heightened significance. Every week becomes a larger-than-life event. It's 6 months of passion and emotion. Yet to be successful, you must remain disciplined and focused. You can't become empowered by victory or paralyzed by defeat.
This is a game of adjusting. It's a game of going on.
The best thing he brings to this team is stability.
Richie has a way of, you know, giving off a presence that, you know, of confidence.
We just keep fighting and scratching. We've won 5 games this year. 4 of those games were come from behind. After we were 4-0 this year, we felt we could beat anybody and come back from any deficit. We were the first team in the history of the National Football League, that's a long time, that came back 3 weeks in a row from 10 or more points. It was 10 points, 11 points, and 21 points, and won all 3.
By the middle of December, when the Eagles played Buffalo at Veterans Stadium, the season had become a test of character and will. It was a test the Eagles passed. Yes, the Eagles lost 10-7. But 1993 had evolved into a season that went beyond wins and losses. It was a year when laying it on the line each week in the most trying of circumstances was the true measure of this team. One man who pointed the way was Calvin Williams. Williams' 60 catches were a career best, and his 10 touchdowns were the 4th best total in the NFL. Offensive MVP Herschel Walker was one of the most versatile performers in the NFL, and in 1993, he was the team leader in rushing and receiving. William Thomas emerged as an impact player. The third-year linebacker became a big playmaker, disrupting and delivering. Few defensive tackles matched the play of Andy Harmon, whose 11.5 sacks ranked second among all inside pass rushers in the NFL. And there's no question that Byron Evans was on his way to his first Pro Bowl before a broken arm sidelined him for 5 games at midseason. A season of injury is also a season of opportunity. Britt Hager replaced Evans, starting 6 games with little decline in productivity. The opportunity had come a year earlier for little Mark McMillan. In 1993, he played big. The defense kept the Eagles in every game. And with the arrival of William Perry against Miami, the run defense improved by almost 50 yards per game over the final 8 weeks of the season. '93 was a season when many were called upon. Young players looking to establish an identity, like rookie wide receiver Victor Bailey, who showcased a knack for the spectacular and a feel for open space. And there were experienced All-Pros seeking and discovering that youthful resilience. It was a mix that would serve the Eagles well in the final 3 games. In 1993, the efforts of Norman Brayman, Harry Gamble, and Rich Kotite brought stability and patient leadership to an organization that could easily have taken a step backward in the face of so much adversity. In the back rooms of the NFL, they earned tremendous respect for a franchise that has averaged 10 wins a year over the past 6 seasons. The Eagles were at the crossroads in Indianapolis. There were 3 games to play. The playoffs remained a possibility, but the stretch run would really be about pride. 4 more sacks by a rejuvenated pass rush that was among the league's best in the season's final month and a half. A Brister to Williams' 14-yard touchdown. They were the highlights in the methodical 20-10 victory. A week later, the Eagles trailed the Saints 9-0 after 1 quarter. The defense made the play that turned the game around.
He's into the end zone. He's in. The football is loose. It is recovered by the Saints in the end zone for a safety. Brister back. He looks downfield. He lets it go. He completes it. And running away at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown is Michael Young. Going out to Derek Brown. And he only gets as far as the 40. The football comes loose. The Eagles think they have it. Let's see. They have it. And there is a big turnover. Brister wants to throw. He's looking. He fires. He completes it to Walker at the 5. He's in. Touchdown, Herschel Walker.
The Eagles exploded for 18 second-quarter points. Again, this team fought back. The defense was one reason the Eagles never gave in. Against the Saints, they continued their late-season domination, allowing New Orleans only 7 first downs and 158 total yards. The second reason was Bubby Brister. In many ways, the free agent quarterback symbolized the 1993 Eagles. Tough, gritty, resilient. Against the Saints, Brister directed one of the most impressive drives of the NFL season. A 9.5-minute odyssey that used 17 plays and ended in the end zone.
Play action. Brister is rolling. Fires. Touchdown, Navarro!
The second half would also feature a record-setting performance by Eric Allen.
He looks right. He fires. It is intercepted by Allen. At the 25-20, 15-10. Eric Allen, touchdown! Walsh back. Fires to the near side. Intercepted. Eric Allen. And Eric Allen is going to score his second touchdown of this game!
Allen became only the third player in NFL history to return 4 interceptions for touchdowns in a single season. The Eagles had won their second straight. 1 game remained.
Back goes Young again, under a rush. Thomas hits him. He loses the football and is picked up by Byron Evans at the 10-5. Touchdown, Byron Evans. Back goes Brister. He's looking. He drills it. Completes it for a touchdown to Calvin Williams. Calvin Williams with his 10th touchdown of the season.
The roller coaster ride ended on a Monday night in San Francisco. The playoff flame had been extinguished, yet the Eagles were on fire.
Shotgun. Brister back. He fires and completes it for a touchdown to Michael Young.
Midway through the second quarter, the Eagles led 24-3. But this game would take on a bizarre, almost surreal quality. In a totally unpredictable turn, the 49ers would tie the score 13 minutes later. The Eagles' response? A 2-play touchdown drive.
He's looking to run. He throws the football wide open on the far side is James Joseph. Cuts back at the 35, at the 30, at the 25, and down to the 22. Brister back. He pumps. He swings it out to Walker at the 25, at the 20, at the block at the 15. He's at the 10, he's at the 5. Touchdown, Herschel Walker!
It only made sense that this epic would not be decided until no time remained, in overtime. The team that never quit fought until the last possible second.
This is it. The ball is spotted. The kick is away. It is no good.
They might have a penalty flag. You might have roughing the kicker. Roughing the kicker, running.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Number 36. Epinesis to the goal